Hiya, I'm exactly what it says on the tin, and welcome to a Let's Get On With It channel update for November 2018. It's currently Thanksgiving Day here in the United States, and what you have to be thankful for, all my viewers worldwide, is this update video and nothing else. Channel activities will resume tomorrow. You're welcome. Activity has been extensive, bridging back into last month. Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass alongside Star Ocean and the second story. No "and" in there. Along the way, while I was on vacation, I dug into the Let's Get On With It crypt and pulled out some old footage. They also had the finishing of Crusader No Remorse. There's no new projects I'm looking to start besides these two, though. They are both RPGs. They've both got some length to them. And I'm not sure which one's going to end first. Oh, speaking of my vacation that I took to Savannah, Georgia, I do have two other things that you may or may not be thankful for. The first is this full image, which goes beyond the resolution of what I'm recording. I will not provide a link in the video description. I did post the full image in my Discord server, discord.gg/Grimith, but you'd have to scroll through the archive. So yes, my beautiful shoes, obnoxious finger gunning, douche or no douche. We also have casual Grim here in Forsyth Park, laying in a hammock. Very cozy. It was a beautiful day. All the days were beautiful, even on the day it was raining. Plenty of stories and memories and experiences about my time there, which I will not get into here. Because this is a channel update, not a vacation update. Good times. Again, you're welcome. Yeah, that's all I got as far as the channel. Jimmy the Pulsating Mass stars and second story are going strong. Jimmy the Pulsating Mass, if you haven't been keeping up with that series at all, has been so worth my time. It came out August. I had been keeping an eye on it for over a month since its release. The game's description and the images and what it foretold for the story and the gameplay, I found really compelling. And eventually I bought an RPG Maker game in 2018. Put over 30 hours into it thus far, and it's still chugging along. Has not gotten tedious. Never a dull moment with Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass. It's been an absolutely delightful ride. And I would encourage you, if you were dismissive of the game because of its, your initial, looking at the user interface or hearing that it's an RPG Maker game, to reconsider. Because it is a vibrant part of the channel, and may end up being, by the end of it, one of my favorite series, if not the most favorite, I've done. So let's get on with it. Star Ocean the Second Story is a fun and enjoyable JRPG. Just have to get past the exposition, and boy oh boy is it dumber than I thought the first time I played this game, half my life ago. I'm less tolerant of tropes and ideas, and mannerisms. Perhaps even more observant than I was back in the day. It's still fun. For those of you keeping up with that series, we've got some private action hell, where I tour prior locations with Opera, looking for those things. We also have the first, and possibly not the last, crafting hell video. I engage in several different crafting skills. There's plenty of other specialties, though, that I don't partake in, and even super specialties. For example, running the orchestra super specialty can make your crafting a far more pleasurable experience, especially if you're grinding for talents. We'll save that for another time. Probably. Along with authoring, as I didn't do any of that. So, something to look forward to if you're following along with that. The combat is enjoyable in the game, you just have to swim through the exposition to get to it. And, well, I'm not taking as long with all the exposition as I would if I were reading all of it aloud. So there is that. Hooray. Yeah, I don't have any other projects that I'm planning or preparing to do before one of these two is done. I've had several viewers ask about another role-playing game. Not of the Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass or Star Ocean variant, but of the Dungeons & Dragons or 13th Age or Shadowrun variant. And I've got nothing I'm preparing on that front either. I've got one game I'm invested in that started much earlier this year, Blades in the Dark, which I'm a player. But that's not something that I'm recording for channel consumption. It's been very enjoyable. Blades in the Dark and 13th Age are my two favorite systems. And that's been true for the past 2 years, since I got first exposed to Blades in the Dark through role-playing friend Malachi. Good times, good fun, and I am playing alongside him, the game that I am currently in. Yeah, there's plenty of other, like, Rewarding the Rewarders requests that are still in the wings. Star Ocean, the second story, is one of them. From Tiny Shopkeeper, Jimmy the Pulsating Mass is not. But we'll get to those once I have availability. Currently, the schedule is occupado, which, by the way, that's another thing we should discuss. If you've been following along over the past few months, you've noticed things have been on a schedule. This was primarily intended to be a, hey, folks have difficulty getting uploads in their subscription feeds these days. I've had viewers complain about that. I've had not viewers complain about that. You know, just a time of how YouTube's algorithm and their user interface and everything else is changing. So having videos be oh hey, this is coming up, oh hey, this is coming up, has more opportunities to appear in someone's sub box and go, holy shit, Grimith is doing something I haven't heard from him in forever long. That's what it was primarily intended to be, but it's shifted into a feeling of comfort for me. Instead of thinking about how my mood will be on a given day, with how my days have gone, I have some time where I go through the stuff, and then by publishing things, like for Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass twice a day, and me waiting until I'm through almost all my backlog, that gives me time to think about the game and, you know, how I feel about it and what I want to do next. For Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass, I'm taking notes, for example. And so I end up spending the time that I'm not playing, you know, thinking about stuff. It's been a real good idea for Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass. I don't know whether that would work for all other Let's Go On With It adventures. Long gone are the days when I would crush boxes with fucking 8, 12, 14 videos and allow folks to watch at their own leisure, at their own pace. I don't know whether this is Grimith becoming more corporate or Grimith becoming more empathetic towards the viewing desires of others, or just a natural extension of me wanting to connect with people through YouTube's changing algorithmic structures. But it is an ongoing change of let's get on with it that will probably persist. There is no set scheduled timer, though. There's no Google Doc that you can click to know when these things are coming out, but folks have timings in mind. And I'm sure they will find a way to be disappointed when this unspoken of schedule until now is not met. Which is going to happen today, and also several days from now, when only one Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass video comes out. Shh. Anyway, I think that's it for the channel. Other ways to get your fill of Grimith. Discord.gg/Grimith. I made this server public last year as a way to engage in long-form discussion with viewers, which in part was inspired by the continued devolvement and dissolution of YouTube's comment system, which has since improved a bit, so there is that. Not as many comets go fluttering into the damn abyss. I can keep a good track of everything. So that's great. You also, if you are so inclined, can look at either twitch.tv/Grimith or mixer.com/Grimith for broadcasts. But I only did one broadcast this month, which was finishing off a run of Shadowrun, which I haven't transferred over to YouTube. Clovis's Cyberspace Adventures. I've got a few more ideas involving this stuff. Another Shadowrun run. In addition, like for other broadcast games, there's Renowned Explorers International Society, as well as War Banners, which I tried and I enjoyed. But right now, my time for gameplay, if it's being recorded, is devoted to Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass as well as Star Ocean: The Second Story. They are both meaty RPGs and require focus and energy, especially Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass, which requires note-taking. I guess it doesn't require it, but it seems the sensible thing to do. Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass is a great example of a game which at least for me, is not fitting to broadcast. Because of all of the intricacies and interwoven layers of the game. It's better to have my mental focus more readily available instead of shunted over into broadcasting and interacting with a live chat. You know, I can pour more energy, not absolute energy, but more energy into playing the game. Also reminds me, tangent-wise, I do need to change this to reflect Twitch. This shift happened several months back, primarily broadcasting on Twitch, but keeping Mixer open as a backup, and also for any things that require immediate viewer interaction, thanks to Mixer's faster-than-light protocol. They've changed the interface, their skills. If I were still a Mixer partner, there was a special where you could have given me sparks by spending skills, and I would have gotten money for that. Alas. If only I did this for money, right? Corporate Grimith. You just wait, by 2020, folks, there's going to be a time schedule. I'm going to have like a merch room, a cafe press, Streamlabs, purchase stuff through that. I'm going to do hashtag sponsored. My Twitter is going to be full of hashtag ad, like retweets, and I'll have like a little blurb over here off to the side that'll mean like retweet does not equal endorsement. It's a cunning scheme, a wonderful ruse. And let's get started here with this Patreon, well, which has been active for a year now, where viewers give money for stupid things, like poor life choices, or a Discord role, or a kitschy postcard, or an update video insult. Here's the part where we insult folks. It is the day of giving here, where insults must come to pass, he says as he cycles over to that, causing your screen to flicker black. Not once, but twice. We've got Longshot 137. It's a fucking long shot that you would give me something other than a damn penny to go along with $56 fucking dollars. You have gotten progressively worse. You are over double the requirement of the update video insult. You do realize there's no other tier beyond this one, right? How have you not understood this? There was a cunning ruse placed in order to try and put me within the $400 goal, which would have had me completing Star Zoo no matter how long it takes. But a payment got declined at the last moment, which dropped me beneath that threshold, and then the plan subsided, only to burble beneath the surface. As I warned during the last month's update video, don't clear that goal, because I don't have another jokey goal in mind to do. Like, I'm out of jokes. I'm out of jokes. You can't force those. Applejack, I got your insult for you. Hitomi. There you go. How about the Kinshasa, you like Shinsuke Nakamura? We have Nick King, who is no longer the king of the tiers. You thought $45 was good enough to be number one? No. No, it's not. No. People have ascended beyond that. Again, there's no other tier beyond the $25 one. Fucking ridiculous. Now we come to the more reasonable but still obnoxiously stupid people. Like Lieutenant Smash. Hasn't gotten a promotion in this entire time they've been here. We've got Star, again, tied with Mog for most reviled person during the King of Dragon Pass New Democracy run that we did earlier this year. Way to go, Star. You've been here for months. Like, are you lonely? Are you lonesome tonight? That's what it is, isn't it? I've had a friend of mine tell me that, like, my viewers just get off on me insulting them. I'm like, I'm not an insult comic. I'm not like Triumph the Insult Comic Dog. I don't do this regularly. Friend was like, they get off on the abuse. Do they? Is that what this is? Are you trying to tell me something, Star? Applejack swooned over me in the comments earlier. That's what this is, right? Maybe the best insult is to just not play along. I'll think about that. Perpentak? You do all realize, we are all in a concordant that this is just Corporate Grimace's schemy way of giving you all shoutouts, right? It's not like the lengthy outro at the end of every video where, thanks to my Patreon supporters, like, have a list of all your names. But we all know that's what's going on, right? Like, this is exactly what's happening. Right, Zachary McKinley? That's exactly what's going on. Tiny Shopkeeper? You know, you've been doing this shit for years. I fucking know, and you know, and you know I know, and I know you know. Ha-ha. Mog, Kupo, and Sentinel. Fucking the rear guard there. Observing over everything. That's why Sentinel's the Sentinel. It makes sense. Exactly what it says on the tin. Just like my fucking name. Alright. One more thing before we go. This is digging back into ancient history here. 8 years back, I held a contest on the old Voltron Army forums. If you don't know what those are, it's a forum/community devoted to gaming and the recording and sharing of those experiences, which long since went defunct. Okie dokie, okie dokie. I held a contest on there, with which I awarded prizes. I was the sole judge and arbiter, and that involved creating a video extolling the virtues of me, and the fact that, well, you needed to celebrate my fucking birthday. And there were several great entrants. A few folks thought that one person, hair sunk got robbed, but that video, great as it was, violated the rules of, and did not pay homage to me. The first place winner, though, is something I would like to share, at least the first 20 seconds of, from the Catfish. It's been a long time since I've spoken to the Catfish. We've shared barbarian mercenaries jokes with each other. So, if you will indulge, Grimith, let me put on my headset here. Make sure I've got the audio super loud. I said, make sure I've got the audio super loud. Nope, I have this set to Star Ocean. Give me the pulsating mass levels.
Hey guys, Catfish here. You may be wondering why I'm in my lab coat and goggles. Well, I've heard it's Grimith's birthday out there, and he's doing a contest. So, I'm dressing up, and I'm going Evil Genius mode, with Evil Genius. Join me.
So yes,
Now, all of that is to say that November 22nd, which this year just so happens to be Thanksgiving, hooray, is also my birthday. And instead of doing a birthday of bacon special as I've done in years past, or having a contest where I pay people to extol virtues about my greatness, all you get's an update video. And that dip into my past. You're welcome. It also gave me a wonderful image, which I have kept and treasured for years. You get nothing more besides that. There you go. You may now shower me with compliments about how great I am, kowtow and genuflect before my wonder and splendor, because of how I've provided you with the escapism that you crave, that I've given you things you didn't even know you needed. You're welcome. But please, no more offers for sexual services. I've gotten enough of those over the years. There's not a VIP line that you can use. It's just, look, I would need, like, a bouncer to police you all. I'm not fit enough to do that. Not anymore. And I don't mean physically fit. I mean mentally fit. So, yeah, we're done here. You're welcome. Let's go ahead and just disappear that window capture in the background so that we can just have this majestically reflect everywhere. It's my birthday, don't you know? Take care, everyone. See you in another channel update video.